Finally, I have the missing piece and the world needs to know about it.
It's really life-changing work.
And just share who I really am, and even just embracing who I really am.
My life changed so fast.
Hello, humans, and welcome back to our weekly wake up. I missed you guys last week because we were doing an event, the Stress Less, Live More event, but now we are back to our regularly scheduled Wednesday programming, our weekly wake up. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time joining us for the weekly wake up, a big welcome. Here is your space to wake up to yourself, to get out all the stress and anxiety and stuff that's been stuck inside of you so that you can feel better and feel more of you. That's what we do. And we actively do it on this little live together. So we use the rapid relief technique, which I'll talk about when we get to it if you're new to it. And we're going to just do some other things today as well, because as humans, we need to express our emotions and we don't. And that's why we're stressed. That's why we have anxiety. That's why we don't feel ourselves. And we need a space to do that. And so we've created one. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello to all my usuals who are here every week to spend time together, really expressing what's inside of there and helping ourselves just feel better. And I really think that that's what so many of us are looking for, just to feel better, to feel more ourselves, to feel more alive, to feel more connected. And that's what we're here to do. Yay. Well, I'm glad you're back and catching alive since you haven't caught one in a while. Oh, you like my background? So I'm usually in my office, which is detached from our house. And my son is home with a little mini cold right now. And so he was like, well, you stay in the house in case I need Joe. And so I'm in my bedroom. This is my bedroom. We have a little office space in here. So welcome to my bedroom today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So today we are going to be talking and expressing anger. This is a big one for a lot of us because, and I guarantee you, there's some of you on here that are going to say something like this. Anger? Well, I'm just not an angry person. Anybody? Anybody say that? I remember people saying that to me in my life. Well, you need to get this anger. You need to get your anger out. I'm like, oh, I am not an angry person. Love. I'll cry. I'll do this, but I'm not an angry person. So let's talk real quick about this. One, there are no angry people. There are people. There are no angry and non-angry people in this world. There are people, and there is an emotion. Oh, let me X out my Voxer so we don't have to hear that. And there is an emotion known as anger that we all are capable of feeling and should feel and are meant to feel. Because part of the human experience, you guys, is getting to know our emotions intimately. It's how we understand ourselves. It's how we relate to the experiences around us. It's how we evolve past things, is to get intimate in understanding our emotions. And the only way we do that, guys, is through feeling them and expressing them. But most of us don't ever express our emotions, and especially not anger. We might run around with angry thoughts in our head, but we often don't express it and really get it out of our body. And so we're going to work through a little bit of that today. Or, you know where you see a lot of anger expressed, I always say, like driving. You ever have that person where you're driving and you like accidentally almost go into that person's lane. And then you're like, oh, oops, sorry. And the person like, and like flies by you, like flicking you off, like, and you're like, wow, that's a little unwarranted. Yeah, that's somebody who has a lot of anger that needs to get out of their body, but doesn't feel comfortable actually expressing their anger. And so they have these weird outlets like that. And that's often what ends up happening to us when it comes to anger. We let it bottle up, we burst out. And so we don't want to take our anger to the other people. I always say 99.9% of emotions, and really almost all emotions, are really a personal experience. Unless you're like this, where we're getting together collectively to do stuff, or you're getting together collectively to grieve or something like that. For the most part, emotions are personal. There are personal ways of learning, understanding, and relating to this life. So, anger. Now, there's a few reasons why anger is really, 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 really important to express. One, anybody here feel like they're not clear on their like direction in life, clear on what they want, clear on who they are, clear on their next steps in life? I bet you most everybody, when I ask that question, raises their hand. One of the biggest things stopping you, one of the biggest reasons you can't see clearly, is because you are so scared that if you see clearly, everything will change, people will see you, all of this stuff will happen. You have all this fear and honestly, all this anger, usually behind it, around being rejected when you fully expressed yourself. So this is like going back to real little kid shit, right? You expressed yourself in some way and you got in trouble for it. You expressed your anger, you got in trouble, you got in trouble, you got in trouble. So you started thinking, okay, I'll be rejected if I express myself. Stop expressing myself. So you stopped fully expressing yourself. You held on to that anger. And now literally that anger, that squished expression keeps you from seeing clearly, because if you saw this clearly, everything would change and you might fully express yourself, and then you might fully be rejected. So it's all sorts of fun stuff going on inside of us that we're going to use the RRT to tap through today. And then we're just going to do some collective like anger release, because a lot of people just don't even understand what anger looks like. So if you're able to be in a space where you can be loud, I know, see, Meredith, I've been doing this work for 2 years and I feel like this is the one piece I haven't gotten through. And if you're somebody who has not expressed a lot of anger, it's likely that's why, because we often hold on to this last piece. Like, we'll cry, we'll get frustrated, we'll feel guilt and shame, but we won't rage out. We won't scream at the top of our lungs. We won't destroy a mother effing room. We won't go there, because that is just too expressive. That is just too over the top. And many of you may have come from households too, where anger was scary. Anybody come from emotional abusive families or physically abusive families where anger got you hurt? Anger did bad things. And so it's scary. And often it's scary for a lot of you guys to do this yourself. So that's why we're going to do it together. It's always better with friends, right? It's always better to do new things and scary things with a bunch of people. Okay. So we're just going to walk through we're going to do a little bit of tapping. We're going to do just a little bit of collective anger release together, and kind of just crack that open for you guys. And then you guys take it further. You can do this. Anger is not bad. Anger is not scary. Anger does not mean you're not okay. You know, I was listening to something the other day and somebody was all emotional and they were saying, I'm just not okay. And I was thinking, no, actually you are okay. You just have a bunch of emotions you need to feel. Like, we need to stop putting the stigma on like, I'm not okay. You are okay. Not okay is like you're drowning in a lake. That's not okay. Not okay is like I'm out of like I don't have a house anymore. Like, that's not okay. Like, if you have a bunch of emotions and you're feeling all of this stuff and you just feel blah, like, you're okay, y'all. You are okay. You just need to feel your emotions. And if we stop putting this huge stigma around our emotions and this huge like heaviness of like, oh, it's okay to not be okay and all this stuff, I think it might be a lot easier for a lot of us to just start releasing and feel comfortable with the things that come up in our life that make us feel not okay, realizing that it is perfectly okay to feel stuck, to feel meh, to feel a little bit depressed sometimes, to just want to cry in bed, to feel angry. Those are all okay. You're good. You're good. So let's start tapping a little bit. After the tapping, we're going to do some collective releases and then we'll bring it back together. So if you're new to the rapid relief technique, it is a tapping modality. It is different than EFT. We use it differently, similar points, but not all the same ones. If you need more instruction on it, if you leave this live and you go to the home part of our app, you will see at the top, there's something called the Rapid Relief Accelerator course. That is a 3-module course that will teach you all the ins and outs of it. Or you can just do it right here with moi. Tapping lightly on these points and then repeating the things I say. Remember, guys, sometimes we don't consciously know what's down deep inside of us. And so repeat what I say. Even if you don't think it resonates, try it out. See if an emotion comes up. Sometimes it hits. This is a clearing mechanism. We're shaking things up. Okay, here we go. Anger. I don't like anger. I don't like it. I don't like angry people. I don't like people who get mad. I don't like when I get mad. I hate anger. It hurts people. It scares people. And it scares me. I want you guys to think of like a cowering little child, a scared little child who got yelled at. I want you to tap into that energy, that feeling of just feeling so little and so scared because somebody just yelled at you. It's scary. It's scary when people yell at me. It hurts me. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. But it makes me angry. This anger, it makes me want to be angry. But I'm so scared to let it out of me. I'm so scared to let it out of me. I'm so scared to let it out of me. What if I fully express myself and people don't like it? I know that's going to happen. It happens all the time in my life right now. I express myself. I express my thoughts. I express my emotions. I express who I want to be. And I get rejected. I'll be rejected if I express myself. I'll be rejected if I express myself. I'll be rejected if I'm angry. People who are angry are unlovable. People who are angry are hard to love. Angry people are hard to love. It's true. Angry people are hard to love. They're hard to love. Maybe I'm hard to love. I probably am hard to love. Especially when I'm fully me. Especially when I express myself. especially when I'm angry. I'm so hard to love. I'm so hard to love when I'm angry. I'm not even lovable when I'm angry. God, I remember being a kid. And even if you don't remember this, just say it. I remember being a kid. I remember screaming and getting in trouble. I remember getting mad and getting in trouble. Nobody liked me when I was like that. They didn't love me when I was like that. So I had to stop. If I wanted to be loved, if I wanted to be part of something, I had to stop that. I had to stop fully expressing myself. And now I'm so scared to fully be myself. I'm so scared to see the path in front of me. I'm so scared for people to fully see me. If they fully see me, what if they don't want me? And if I see everything clearly, if I let myself see my path clearly, everything will change and people will see me. If I see this clearly, everything will change and people will see me. If I see this clearly, everything will change and people will see me and they won't like me. I just want to show up as me. I just want to bring my gifts and my joy to this world. I know I can do this, but I know there's something standing in my way. And I want it out of my body. I want it out of my body. I want this feeling of anger, this feeling of being stifled to get out of my body. I want it out of my body. I want it out. But I'm so scared if it's out, everything will change. What if everything changes? What if they leave me? What if they leave me? What if I lose everything? What if I lose everything? What if I lose everything? What if I let this out of my body and it changes everything and I lose everything? Oh my God, what if this happens? Oh my God, I'm so scared to release anger from my body. Anger is scary. Anger is bad. Anger hurts me. Anger hurts me. I vowed I would never be angry. I vowed I would keep my anger at bay. But now I think it might be making me sick and stopping me from being me. So now I think it's time for me to let it out. It's safe to be angry. It's safe. But I'm so scared. What if I let this anger out and I can't stop it? What if I become one of those horrible angry people? One of those horrible angry people that are just mean and difficult and they say terrible things and they hurt people. I don't want to 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 hurt people. But maybe it's safe now. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can start letting go of this anger. Maybe it won't overconsume me. I think it's time to try. I think I can get angry about something. Okay. Now we're going to try. A lot of times the tapping actually takes you out of your anger. So I just want to do some collective anger releases with you guys. And I want you to just get angry. Yell. We're going to make some noises together. Do it. Make a noise. Make an angry noise. Make an angry face. Think of something you're angry about. Look at, guys, there's nothing short of. This world is not short of things to be angry about. How about people who molest children? Let's get angry about that. Think of something that is wrong, that you feel so mad about. Why does this happen? This shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen. Move your body, you guys. Move your body. Anger looks like this. It looks angry. There's movement. There's hitting. There's stomping. Think of a little kid. You're on the train. Okay, like I said, if you're somewhere and you can't do it, do this later. I want you to get angry. Sometimes we can't get that anger out until we start moving our body. Your landlord's an asshole, Emily. He takes advantage of you. He's a bad person. He's a bad person that does bad things. I want you guys to say the things. Say the things you've been holding back from saying. Say the things about that person, that situation that you have been holding back, that you've been sitting in that comfy chair over there crying about, instead of standing up and saying, no, you're mean, you're terrible, you're a bitch, you're stupid. I want to hit you. I want to punch you in the face until you bleed. This is anger, guys. It says a lot of things that we don't actually mean, but they are in our bodies coursing through it. I want you to go there. I want you to go there. I want you to say the things that you've been kind of running around in your head that you haven't gotten out. If you physically feel like you want to hurt somebody, I want you to act it out. Get that pen. Make that stab motion. Punch a pillow. Move that body. Stomp your feet. Scream. And when I say scream, I mean scream. So I don't know if you guys can scream right now. Get a pillow if you need to, but if you can, scream. At the top of your lungs, scream. Let that energy, let that personal and collective anger out of your body. Let it free. Roar. Roar. Scream like a freaking lion. Get this moving out of your body. Do it with me right here, right now. This is your safe space to say, be, make any noises and any movement that you need to right now. Believe me, I've done them all. And I feel so much better because of it. I'm so much more loving because of it. So do it. Get it out of your body. Who's that person making you mad right now? I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your kid. I don't care if it's your spouse. I don't care if it's the most loving person in your life right now. Who are you mad at? Even if it's the littlest, tiniest thing. The littlest, tiniest thing. You want to know what I got mad at one time? And I was so annoyed at myself for getting mad because my husband wanted to cuddle with me too much. This beautiful man who loves me, who just wanted to cuddle with me. And I was so mad. Why? Why do you want to cuddle with me? Just don't touch me. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. I don't even want to feel your hands on my body. It had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with crap from my past, probably ancestral collective trauma, but it needed to come out of my body. Like, I moved. I thrashed myself around. I screamed like he was in this room. Don't touch me. Stay away from me. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I got it all out of my body. And then I was fine with him cuddling with me. It was all there for me. Get it out of your body. What's in there? What's in there that you have been holding back on saying, on feeling, on allowing to come out of your body? This is your safe space to do it right now with us. Do it. Let it out of your body. Let it out of your body. It's hurting you right now. Holding it in is hurting you. Letting it out is your salvation. Let it out. Let it out of your body. This is your permission. This is your space. This is your moment. Let it the fuck out of your body now. Do it. Move that body. Say the words. Let the scream, let the growl out of your body. Feel it release. Feel it come out. And keep going for as long as you need. Might take a minute. It might take 2 hours. One time I actually, years ago, like destroyed this room when I was first in this. I mean, destroyed it. Like broke shit, flipped chairs over, ripped pillows open, destroyed artwork. Like, seriously. Destroyed it. And it was the first time in my life after going through a ton of shit that I was like, wow, this is really working. It was right after I had discovered this method. And I was like, okay, this is working. So get it out. It might take a minute. It might take a couple days. It might take a month. You might just be in an angry mood. Just keep getting out. Although usually anger, once you get it out, you feel better pretty quick. Emily, your cat knows what's up. Get it out. Get it out. And if it results in you crying on a heap on the floor, cry. Cry. Feel. Say all the things. You don't necessarily need to tap, but as you cry, just say all the things that are coming to your mind. Just let them flow out of your mouth. Be expressed. Let this be that time where you get to be fully you. This is you right now, and love yourselves in this moment. I am proud of you. I love you right now. I know any of you, whether you're just sitting here listening to me, whether you're in a total crazy moment right now, I see you, I understand you, and I love you. And so do your cats, you guys. They're just like, what are you doing? Okay? You can do this. It is normal and it is healthy for us to express our anger. 100%. And I and everybody else in this community will always be here to witness you in this, to accept you in these moments. You are not alone, friends. You are not alone. Ever. You're not weird. You're not strange. You're a human. And this is the human experience. And I love you, and so do all people on this right now, all people in our community. But this is what needs to start happening. We have got to be fully expressed in who we are in these moments so that we can start coming back to ourselves and seeing clearly and knowing ourselves and knowing what we get to have and who we get to be in this world. So I'm not going to do usually I do kind of like a meditation connection after this. I want you guys to keep going into the anger. I want you to keep releasing this. If you're in our paid community, we're going to start doing breath work with you guys twice a month. That's going to help release a lot of this anger and fun stuff too. If you're not in our paid community, come join us. If you're in our free community and you need help with this and things are coming up, you can always post in the free community. If you're like, man, I just unleashed a dragon here and I don't know what's going on. This is what's coming up. How do I navigate it? We're always there to support you over there. Obviously, we can support you more in the paid community, but I also get that it's always not available. What I want you guys to do is once you kind of get through this anger and you feel, often we just get exhausted with anger, right? It's like you might have more, but like your body just gets tired. I want you, if you can, pull yourself up into a little ball. Once you get past this moment, and this is what I always do after I have a big emotional release, I hug myself and I tell myself, I love you. I love you, Sarah. I love you when you're angry. I love you when you're crazy. I love you when you're happy. I love you when you're sad. I love you when you mess everything up. And I just go through all the things. And so if you're going through this and you're yelling about it's somebody and it turns back on you, because often anger, guys, at the end of the day, we're often very angry at ourselves. So we might yell at this, but then it often comes back to like, I'm so angry at you for not seeing this, angry at you for making the mistake, angry at you for, not stepping up when you should have, right? Then that's often when I will hug myself and say, I love you even when you don't step up when you should have. I love you even when you drop the ball. I love you always, always, no matter what. So I go in there and I really tell myself how much I love myself, even though, the world might say I'm unlovable. No, I love myself. I love myself no matter what's happening. Okay. So I love you guys. I think that you are all the most amazing humans here on earth. You are showing up for yourself. You're showing up for your families. You're showing up for the world in working through your shit and doing this work and continuing on this path. And I am so proud of you. I'm so impressed with you. And I love all of you. So you guys, keep doing this. When you're feeling in those moments of life, just kind of like off and irritated and you're trying to breathe through it, you often have just anger release that needs to come out. Go scream, go punch a pillow, go vocalize all the words that are going on in your head. Say them out loud with intention and meaning. Express them. Express them. Often we think feeling things is more just like quiet and calm, when really we need to have that big expression. So keep going, guys. You're amazing. I love you. And I will see those of you in our membership. I'll see you tomorrow morning. And those of you not in our membership, I will see you next week. All right, guys. I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday.